Hey everyone, Teresa here with Jeremiah Dreams. Excited to bring to you a project for our second annual Pumpkin Palooza event. I'm getting a 8x8 canvas board prepared with some mineral colored chalk paint and just laying that on really well with a sponge brush on the surface, and I'm going to do those edges also. Next, I'm going to bring in some metallic paints. I'm going to use Glorious Gold and Rose Gold, and I'm just going to drop in the Glorious Gold, just putting in dots randomly across my surface, and then I'm going to come with the Rose Gold and drop those in sort of scattered in between the Glorious Gold drops. Once I get all of these laid out, I'm going to use just a raggedy old chip brush and just do X's all the way across all of these drops and get a beautiful blend of this metallic paint. Now it's time to begin laying in the outline shape for my pumpkin, and I'm going to use Titanium White by Master's Touch, and I'm laying this paint in really thick. I want that thickness, the texture that laying in this paint is going to bring. I love the Master's Touch paints because I have the flexibility to paint it thick or paint it thin, and I certainly am going with my desire to do the thicker textured style painting with this piece. So with this white pumpkin, we're going to begin to lay in those deep veins or those crevices that we see on pumpkins, and we're using a dark gray, kind of like a charcoal gray. And I'm just kind of placing them in, and then we're going to come back and blend them with the pumpkin so we have a more realistic effect. Now we're going to use some of that same gray and come to the bottom of the pumpkin and lay some shadows at the base and kind of round out some of those layers of that pumpkin and give it just a little better shape. It's time to lay in that stem, and we're going to continue using that same gray, keeping things dark, and we're going to bring in a little black in a minute that's going to help deepen some of those shadow effects. Now, to give this piece an even deeper fall vibe, we're going to lay in some beautiful leaves and give those just a lot of different angles, with some of them peeking out from under the pumpkin, and we're going to lay in some tree limbs and sticks as well to kind of help with the whole scene. now that we've got a good array of those darker brown leaves, we're going to pull in a little more light tones and brighter colors with actually sort of a pumpkin color and some gold, and kind of give additional color to our framework and just kind of help our white pumpkin to pop. I must say, I really love the effect that adding the yellow to these pumpkin colored leaves. I really love how that just brightens everything up and gives that highlight effect. We also want to be sure to pay attention to these smaller leaves that are coming up around the side and the front of the pumpkin, because that just adds some dimension to everything and just makes it prettier. And one final step I want to add to this piece is to really give the foundation of the whole thing, the groundwork, so to speak. Just pulling in some shadow effect under these leaves that are tucked under the bottom of the pumpkin so that it gives you that sense of it really being on a foundation instead of just floating in the middle of the canvas. I just feel like it just gives it a nice grounding. And here we are, a beautiful white pumpkin ready for fall and circled with beautiful autumn leaves. And I hope that this piece inspired you. I hope you'll give it a try. And if you ever want to see what I offer for sale, cards, prints, or whatever, visit my Etsy shop. See you soon.